Okay, guys. Yesterday we have discussed up to where, guys? Primary key, alter table, insert, update is pending, right? Up to describe here we have discussed, correct? Right, guys? Yeah. Let me open up SQL Server. Software, 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 SQL developer. Okay. Let's connect to the Oracle John Batch DB. So on yesterday's class, any doubt, guys? I'll repeat it for some time. If you people have any doubt, else I'll start it. So yesterday we have discussed about yesterday we have discussed about insertion, creation of table, and modification of columns, alter, delete, truncate. These we have discussed yesterday. Now let's say already some data is there in the database. Okay. Yesterday, what the table that we have inserted? Select star from emp underscore info underscore John. Right. Let's run it. We have around six records is there. We have six records in the database, right? Now let's say I want to update of some existing records. Already the records is there. I want to update of some of the records data. Okay, then in that case we need of update statement is required. Okay, now, what are the syntax for updating of existing record? Not table, guys. The columns only we can, the data only we can modify with update statement. Okay, update statement used to update existing records in the table. Okay. Now syntax is okay. Syntax for that is so normally update table name, update table name and set to whichever the columns you want to modify the data. We need of set command, set column name and its value. If it is multiple columns, then give comma separated column name and value. Like that, however number of columns you want to update for a particular row or for all the rows, then give that many number of columns and on what basis you want to update the command or want to update the records. Now let's say let's take it off. Already we have some queries there, right? Now let's say already in the for this there is no data, right? For the employee id 888 we don't have any data, right? Let's update some data for the empty columns for designation, for gender, for email. Okay, how to update that, right? Update. Okay, update table name emp underscore info underscore John. Okay, next update table. Next write of set columns to whichever the column set gender. Gender equal to male. Puja. Female. Okay. Gender equal to comma. What else? Gender and designation. Designation DE is a designation equal to just assume developer something. Okay. Developer comma. What is the email? Next email. EMAMIAL. EAL equal to some puja 2 at gmail.com. Puja 2 at gmail.com. So all these columns, so gender, designation, email, I want to update for employee ID 8888. Now we need to add where condition. So update these gender F, designation developer, email pooja@gmail.com for where EID equal to 8888. Okay. Now for this employee ID, these columns will be updated with these values. Now let's run this command. So one row is updated. One row is updated, right? Now let's commit it. This is for committing the changes. Sometimes if the changes is whatever the query is updating, if sometimes it is not updated in the table, just to click on this commit command, then it will store inside permanently. It will persist, means stored. Now let's run the query. This is for retrieving data retrieval language, guys. That we'll see soon. Okay. Now see, for the Pooja 8888, the developer designation is developer, gender is male, and email is pooja2@gmail.com is updated for this employee ID 8888. Okay. This is update command is for updating any existing records in the database. Okay. Let's say if you want to delete a particular record in the database, if you want to delete a particular record in the database, okay. Now there is a command called delete. Okay. Like that update, the delete also one of the statement for delete statement is used for to delete a single record or multiple records from the table. Okay. Now let's delete one of the record. So the syntax for this is delete from table name where condition. Okay. Now, if it is optional, the condition that must be met for the records to be deleted. If no condition is met, then all records from the table will be deleted. Now, what is happening? If I want to delete of employee record 8888 instead of all records, if I want to delete, delete, okay, delete from, delete from table. Delete from table name. We have to mmp underscore info underscore John. So if we are running this query, then all the records will be deleted. Okay. I don't want to delete off all the records from the table. So I want to condition where EID equal to 8888. So I want to delete off only employee ID 8888 wherever it is matched. Delete that record. Now let's run it. One row is deleted. Now commit it and now run the query once again. Select query to retrieve the data. Run it. See now 8888 record is deleted from the record from the database. Let's say for example, if you are running this query entire, then all the records will delete, guys. All the records will delete. Okay. Or else we will do of one more trial for so to deleting of multiple records salary where salary equal to 10,000, where salary equal 10,000. How many records is there? Two records is there for salary. Two records is there for salary 10,000, right? Now let's see, two records is deleted. Okay. Two records is now it is only three records. Okay. Now just let me roll back it. Okay. Just I have roll back those two changes, two records which is deleted. Now this is for delete. Okay. Now till now we have discussed modifications is done on the data. Now I don't want to do of any modifications in the data. I want to retrieve or just I want to get the data from database that by using of DQL data query language that will be used for getting of the records from the database. Okay. Now let's go to DQL. Okay. Now DQL. So out of that, so select is the statement. Select statement. Select statement is used to retrieve records from one or more table in the Oracle database. At a time, we can get data from multiple tables also. In one set, we can get data from multiple tables also, not only one table. Okay, there are some joins is available, that also we'll see some examples for that in the today's example at the end of the class. Syntax is select statement. Syntax is select expressions, whichever you want to do of either distinct or some conditional logic you want to write of, select inside expression you need to write the expressions which you want to get the data. Okay, and from tables where conditions. So now let's go to, now if I want to retrieve the data of that, what is the select statement? Select. Okay, select. If I'm giving star means all, means star means all, whatever database the columns is there, all columns I want to retrieve. Okay, as part of expression I have given as a star. Okay, next, from, add from tables. Okay, add of table. What is the table name? emp info John. Okay, if you are running this query, it will give off all the records. It is giving up all the records. If you want to restrict the data, if you want to, based on some condition, if you want to get the data, then you have to add where clause, where whichever the column you want to based on search, either employee id, employee name. Okay, let's say employee name Madhu record I want. Okay, e name equal to, let's run this query. Okay, the where condition is to filter the data. Where condition? To filter the data which is you want to getting from database. Okay. Now, if you, like this, we can add off any where condition column, guys. We can add off anywhere employee ID or employee name, or if you add off two columns, if you want to add two columns. Let's say if you want to add off where employee name equal to, or where employee name equal to Madhu, and, or let's say for example if I am giving as designation as a developer. Okay, if I'm giving designation as developer, how many records is coming? Two records is coming. Out of that again I want to filter some more, filter where employee name equal to, where employee name equal to Madhu, or where employee salary equal to 30,000. More than, if you want to add any condition, other condition also we can add. And we have to use and in between salary or e name equal to Madhu. Okay, Madhu, where e name equal to Madhu. Now let's run this query. It will give off only one record. So the filtration, on top of filtration we can do by using a multiple where condition between, by using and symbol. Okay, we have to use and symbol. Now let's go to the document. Where condition. Where condition is optional. Okay, if where condition is where condition that must meet the records, then only that select only those records will be select, it will retrieve. If no condition is provided, okay, no where condition is added, then all the records will be returned. That select query will return off all the records. Okay, examples. So you can see, select all fields from the table. Select star means each and every column with all the records, with all the rows, it will return the data. Okay. Select all fields from the table based on some condition. Then in that case, we need to use of where clause. Based on some condition you want to retrieve data means the where clause is required. Okay. Select individual fields from the table. Now what we are doing, this will give off all the columns. Okay, now I want to know the designation is developer, name is Madhu, his salary and his salary I want to know only his salary, or employee ID I want to only two, I want to know, not joining date, not gender, not email. I want to only know employee ID and his salary. Okay. Now EID, comma, shall, column names we need to specify to whichever the columns you want for that. Okay. Now let's run it. It will return off only two columns which you are specified in the expression selection clause. Okay. In selection We are using of employee ID and only salary for the employee name Madhu and his designation is developer for his role. Okay. Now let's say if I'm deleting of this one, if I am deleting of employee name equal to Madhu, then two records is there with the developer, right? Those two records will get with two columns. Okay, employee ID double one getting of salary 75,000, employee double one two getting of salary 30,000. Two records is coming for the two employees. So if you want to restrict the columns also in the selection column, we need to in the selection class we need to add that individual fields which you want to retrieve from database. Okay. Now next, Oracle clauses. Oracle clauses. Now Oracle. So distinct clause. Distinct clause. Distinct means if you want to get only distinct values are only I don't want of duplicate values. If you want to get of only unique values, then distinct clause is required. How to use distinct clause means in selection clause we have to use distinct clause. Okay, distinct clause is to remove duplicates from the result set, and distinct clause can be used only with select statements. Okay, this clause can be used only in select statement, guys. Okay. Now select distinct. Select distinct and expression of the columns which you want to get from the table based on some condition. Okay. Now, now I want to get off. I want to get off. What is our so how many designations is there? Developer is there, clerk is there, salesman is there, clerk. Three roles is there, right? Three designations. Is there. I want to get off three all the designations of this table employee. Let's say 1 lakh records is there. So 1 lakh people contain different their own designation, right? I want of distinct designations. Select. Okay. Distinct. 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 What is that? You want to use of designation. Okay, you can use of designation designation from this table. Yes, that's it. You will give of all the clerk, developer, salesman. Only three is giving. It is not giving of actually how many records is there? We have five records is there, right? So out of that, two developers, one clerk, one salesman. Sorry, two developers, two clerk, and one salesman. But it is giving of only one clerk, developer, sales. Three distinct designation values is returned. Okay, that's what. Next, where clause. So where clause means where clause is used to filter the result from select or insert or update or delete. So in any condition, if you want to restrict the data, if you want to restrict of the data, then we can use of these clauses. Where clause where can directly for the table we can add where conditions. See select star from employee where employee ID equal to triple five. Then it will retrieve only triple five employee details. Okay. Now I want to get off select star from employee info where salary is greater than 10,000 people. All I want and who only male people, not female. So here we are using of multiple conditions. Here we use of multiple conditions to retrieve the data. So I can use of or condition also. Okay, this is under condition. In this case, both should match. Salary should be greater than 10,000 and he should be male. Let's say I want to match of any one condition. Then in that case, you can go for R class. R is there R condition. So employee info where salary equal to 20,000 or joining date is less than 2015. Any one condition, either salary is greater than 20,000 or should satisfy condition, or joining date should satisfy of 2015 Jan. One any one is satisfying, then it will give off. Then it will give off data for those two. Any one is matching, then it will return the data for those records employees. Okay. Now next go to order by class. Now order by class. So order by means now by default it will give in normally if you want to sort the data. If you want to sort of the data, let's say I want to sort the employees. Now let's go and run this query. Select star. It is giving of I want to sort the data based on salary. Let's assume I want to sort the data based on salary. Just assume. Okay. Now let's select star from emp info underscore John. Okay. Order by salary. So order by salary or salary ASC. Order by salary also it will give in ascending order. See, from low to high. If you are specifying ASC also, it will give same. By default, it will give of ascending order. Okay, if you are giving as order by. Now, if you are mentioning ascending, even if you are mentioning ascending or not mentioning also, it will give in the ascending order. If you want a descending order, if you want of descending order, then we need to use of DE, then DESC, DESC, right? 75,000, 30, 12, 10, 10. Okay. Now, if you want to sort of based on date also, guys, we can sort based on the date also. Okay. Now already the queries are there. So like this, all these are order by classes. If you want to sort based on employee ID, employee ascending order, employee ID descending order, based on name or joining date. So whichever you want, we can sort it. Okay, order by. So and if you want to sort based on multiple columns also, it will add it. So order by salary, comma. Okay, EID. If you are ordering both also, it will order it. Okay, it will order in both the ways. Okay, in ascending order. Okay, but in this case it's very difficult to identify. Even we can sort based on two columns. Okay, it is sorting by default first sort column. Now let's use of now it is sorting based on employee ID. So first one it is taking, and next one also it is priority, it is taking first one. Okay. Next one, group by. If you want to group of some data, if you want to group of some aggregate functions, okay, if you want to use of if you want to group by, there is a class called group by class. Okay, use it to select statements to collect the data across multiple records, to collect the data across multiple records. Then in that case we can use of group by some condition. Okay, either sum or let's see there some examples also. So we can see of some functions: sum, count, min, max, average. These are some function aggregate functions. Select gender, sum of salary, sum of their all salaries, grouping by gender. Group all the male and what is their sum of salaries. Group all female, what is their sum of salaries. Like that it will give off it like that it will give off. You want to sum, let's say uh, join, leave it. Now we need to use of what? First what? Gender, comma, sum of salaries, right? From based on from this table, on what basis I want to group? I want to group the group by gender. Okay, group by gender. See, for male all 95,000, for female 30,000, for null it is 12,000 is there. There may be for one of the record there is no gender. Okay, see, for one of the record there is no gender. That is the reason it is giving as for null also it is of 12,000. Okay, like that I have given of group by sum of salary, some minimum salary, max salary, average salary. Okay, like that if you want to get who is their designation based on designation, min salary, max salary, and average salary also we can get it. Okay. Now, so even this group by also giving up some more records. So even on top of that also if you want to filter some more data, okay, on top of grouping also if you want to filter the data, then in that case we can use of having class. We can use of having class. Now how to use having class means now let's say mm, so it is giving of how many records guys? Now let's update for update update emp underscore info underscore john set gender equal to male and where eid equal to 355. Okay, and it on row is updated. Now let's see. Now let's run. It will give off two records. Male is 1,07,000, female is 30,000. Now, even in this case, I want to let's say, even after this group buying, also it is giving off some 1,000 records there. Even if you want to filter that also, then we can use of group by gender. After that, we can use of having clause HAVING having, okay, having salary is there, right? Having, I want of only salary greater than 1 lakh. Greater than 1 lakh is there whoever salary. I want to I want to get off only those records. I want to get off only those records. What happened? Sell. Okay. What happened? Correct only, na? Sum of cell. Want me to add this one? Any? Yeah. So it is of you need to use this column. Okay. Now see, in this case it is restricting the records even more after grouping also. Okay, in that case we can use of having class. Okay, now before that what it is giving, grouping by gender, it is giving of two records, right? Now even after that if I want to filter off some more records based on amount is greater than 1 lakh, then in that case it is filtering based on amount also, sum of amount also it is filtering. That is what having sum of salary greater than 1 lakh. Those records only I want to see. Okay, this is what having clause. Next, go to having clause is used to in the combination with group by clause. So group by and having must be combination. It should add. Okay, group by clause to restrict the group of return rows to only those who based on the condition is satisfying. Okay, now let's see. So these are the expressions whichever you want to select, add it, and aggregate function sum or min max count, like that add of some aggregate functions from tables where condition. After that the group by must having whatever the non aggregate columns is there, right? Non aggregate columns. Let's see, if I want of designation, then I can't get it. Then designation is there means, then what it is doing, so whatever the columns that is there, whatever the columns that is one, yeah, whatever the columns that is here, it will not give result. Okay, so whatever that is there in the group by class, the columns, it should be there in the, it should be whatever the selection columns is there, right? It all must be there in the group by. else it will give error. Else it will give off error. Okay, guys. So that is the reason whenever you are using of group by and having, bit careful. Okay, all the columns must be there in the group by which you are selecting columns. Okay, that is what one more condition. After that, the group by will group the records. On top of that, also if you want to add up some more filtrations, then we can use of having clause. Okay, these are some examples I have given. Okay. Now next condition. Next condition is like condition. Okay, I want of some starting name, ending name. Some names will be like condition. Okay. Okay, now I want to get up the employee names, employee details of all the employee details whose name is starting with D. Okay, whose name contains NI like this. So if you want to get up based on some like condition, based on some like condition, let's say we'll get off some Madhukumar, we'll get off some Kiran Kumar. So if you want to search with Kumar. Okay, if you want to search with Kumar, I want to get the details of Madhu Kumar, Kiran Kumar, whoever name Ravi Kumar, like that, whoever name contains Kumar, it will return off all the records, like condition should satisfy. Okay, like that, if you want of any condition, let's see some examples also for that, like conditions. Now, let's go to, where is it? Yeah, add of select class, select star from, select star from emp underscore info underscore John. Okay, after that, let's say how many data is there, man? Let's see, run it. We have 5 records is there. I want to name uh, whose salary or name better. Okay, for rest where name e name like not equal to, guys, we need to use of like condition. And if you are using of percentage, so inside a single colon, if you are using percentage, okay, in between percentages, if I'm giving of any character, if I'm giving of any character, let's say um, Pooja A is there, Madhu A is there, Dinesh. So I want to know whose name contains A value. Whose name contains A value. Now let's run it. It is giving of Madhu contains A, Puja contains A. This Puja contains A value. Now I want to start off whose name starting with A. Whose name starting with A. After that it can be of anything. After that it can be of anything, guys. That's why I kept as a percentage after that. First starting is whichever you want to start. After that just keep as percentage. Now it will give all the records whose name is starting with A. There is no record. Now let's go for other condition. Let's mm, yeah. Now whose name contains of contains of D. So D contains who? Two names, right? Now let's see whether it will give off what type of result. There is no, there is no, that is of capital, guys. If you are giving capital only, then it will work. Even that is giving of capital name, it is starting, it's giving of small. So if I'm giving of a small one means percentage small d, it contains of only one name is Madhu. Okay, if you want to like that, say, if I want to end with end with D, is there any name is ending with D? There is no name. Okay, now let's the percentage will come. Let's, if you want to search of any character or anything, guys, okay, now if you are giving two percentages and in between if you are giving something, okay, some value or ne I am giving, okay, so in whichever name contains of ne, whichever name contains of ne, then those all names will come. Okay, now if I am giving as if I am giving as DMPG. If I want starting letter something, if I'm giving whichever it is starting with capital M, then only after that whatever it is doesn't matter, guys. Let's say update, right? Update of where name equal to uh, Dinesh Kumar, where employee ID equal to 1111. Okay, now let's run it. What happened? Name, not name, something, I think e name. Yeah, let's run it. Now one row is updated. Now go for other one for getting of more extra work, guys. Let's see. Dinesh Kumar is updated. Now e name equal to Madhu Kumar. Madhu Kumar. Employee name equal to 112. Okay. One more row is updated. Now change is to Manish Kumar. Manish Kumar 1191. So if I want to start with capital M, okay, if I want to start with some letter, now let's go here. We have two names that are starting with capital M. After capital M, whatever it is, it doesn't matter for me. Okay, it can be of anything. I want starting letter whose name is starting with capital M. Then it will give off two records with Madhu and Manish Kumar. Let's say if I want to end with Kumar, end with starting whatever it doesn't matter for me. Give as percentage and I end with Kumar. Okay, then let's see what are the names that are ending with Kumar. See, Dinesh Kumar, Madhu Kumar, Manish Kumar. Okay, so these are like conditions. This is like condition. You can filter off. If you don't want not like, then not, then all other things will give. So it doesn't having John and Pooja doesn't having anything. Not condition satisfying. Okay. Now next condition, like conditions. So like that in condition, like in. So I want to get off instead of one employee ID, instead of one employee ID. So out of 100, I want to have some specific one. I want to have some specific only. So normally if I want to select one, then where class will use it? Where EID equal to will give only one value. Then in this case, it will give only one record. Right or not? Let's say I want of three records out of five. Or one, this one, this one I want. Then in that case, we can use of in class whichever you are using. So double one if matching also I want, comma 1191 is matching also I want, and if it is matching of 9999 also I want of these records. If it is there, then it will give off three records if it is matching. Let's say if it is one is not matched, if any employee contains triple two, even I want of that. If it is not there, only whichever matched one, those two only it is returning. Okay. Uh, Next, not in. So not in means apart from this, rest of will give. Apart from this, rest all will give. See, other than this 111191, rest all other records are returning. Okay, is null. So if you want to get off whichever columns having null, okay, select where email equal to null, then all the employees whose email is null records will be returned. Is null, is not null. Okay, so email id whichever is not having null, then all the other records will be returned. Okay, like that we have between also. If you want to get off the data between this range, between this range, either employee IDs or between these dates, whoever is joined, I want to get the data. Okay, then in that case we'll get off we'll get, let's add this and then try if any records is there with us. select star from 2022 14 10 is there, right? So I want to select of some condition where 14 and 20, 14 and let's say instead of that uh, John to John 10 to 20. How many things? The 22 should not come, right? Now select of let's run this query. It is giving of records between Jan 1 January 1st 2010 to January 1st 2020. Until that, in between the records only it is giving. Okay, that is for between calls to retrieve the records. Okay, now next is joins. Next is joins. So joins means if you want to join of multiple tables, if you want to join the data of multiple tables, then we need of then joins is required based on the combination of multiple tables conditions met. I want to retrieve the data. Okay, now let's the types of joins. There are four types of joins is there. Okay, inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. So each one will see some examples also. Okay, joins is to retrieve the data from multiple tables in one shot, guys. Okay, by combining some common columns. Okay, by combining some related columns between them two tables. Okay, now what is inner join? Okay, inner join returns the records that are having matching values between the both the tables. What is that matching one? Let's create of some tables if it is there. Yeah, let's create of this table. Let's create of this table. Well, A is already name exist. Then dr drop table name deleted. Table is dropped and remove this and of run the query. Table is created. Now insert of these some records. Insert of some records into the table or inserted of some records and run the select query to retrieve the data whether data is inserted or not. Data is inserted. So what is the data? Supplier ID and supplier name. Okay. Supplier ID is for IBM. Supplier ID is 1000. For Hewlett Packard HBM ID is 1001. And for Microsoft, Dell, Lenovo like that, supplier ID. They are the suppliers, laptop suppliers, right? So and their supplier name. Who is that? Now after that we'll get off some orders, right? We'll see of some orders table also. Orders table and order table and supplier table must be matched. Order table and supplier table must be matched. Dr open up table name. Table is dropped. Now let's run off this query. One table is order table is created. Now insert of some data which matching records. Okay, which matching records. Now insert of this one committed. Now select star from orders. Select star from orders. So select sorry orders. So while ordering, so order number and supplier ID and order date. Okay, this is of order ID, supplier ID, and order date when it is order. So I want to combine these two, order table and supplier table. by using of inner join, left outer join, right outer join, like that we will join it. Now let's go to first one is inner join. First one is inner join. What is mean by inner join means, so it is the most common type of join. Oracle inner join returns all the rows from multiple tables where join condition is met, where join condition between the two tables is satisfying, though all the records only with matched, with the matching records only, guys. Or inner join select the records that have matching values in both the tables. Matching records in both the left side table as well as right side table, both the tables matching records only it will return. Now let's say assume of that it is of two tables. Okay, out of that matching area is only this part, only these records only it will return if you are using of inner join. Okay, now let's go to table and run that query. So now syntax is select whichever the columns you want from table 1, inner join on table 2. Inner join, give table name 2, table name on condition. Table 1 and table 2 having some matching related column between the two tables to match it. So both the table contains supplier ID is the matching column between the suppliers and orders. Based on supplier ID equal to supplier ID equal to order dot supplier ID we need to give it. Now let's see, take it. Now what I'm giving, select supplier, supplier ID, supplier, supplier name, orders, order date. Okay. From suppliers we have supplier ID, supplier name is there. In the order date is there is the order table. Inner join. Okay. Orders on, based on syntax only, guys. Select columns. Selected all the columns from first table, table 1 suppliers. Inner join table 2 order table on condition on table 1 dot column equal table 2 dot column. Suppliers dot supplier ID equal to orders dot supplier ID. In order table also we have supplier ID. So if both the condition is satisfying, it will give off only records 1000 with IBM. Order is on 10 December 2022. 1001 Hewlett Packard is ordered on 15th November. 1002 Microsoft ordered on 11th August. So it is giving only matched records. There are some other matched records is also there. Those it will not return it. Okay. When those records will return, those also will see. Okay. Now left outer join. Okay. Left outer join will return all the records from left side table. That means table 1. Okay. All the records from table 1 and matching records from right side table means table 2. Now let's go to see here left join. All the records from table 1 and matching records from table 2. Only matching records. Okay. Now in that case, come down. Only the part will change is instead of inner join, just keep as left outer join. Okay. Before it is giving only three records, right? There is no records for there is no order date for Lenovo and Dell. There is no order date for Lenovo and Dell, but that is available in table 1 suppliers table. That is the reason it is giving these two. Okay. If I want of right outer join means then all the matching records from right side table and matching records from table 1. See, the right outer join return all the records from right side table, table 2, and matching records from left side table means table 1. Now instead of right left outer join, just to keep it as right outer join. That's it, nothing. It will give matching records from right side table. All records are matched. That is the reason it is giving of all. There is no unmatched records in the order. Okay. Now, if I want of a full outer join, then matched and unmatched records from both the tables it will return. This join returns all the rows from left side table as well as right side table. Both the tables it will, both the data from both the tables it will return with matched record. For unmatched records, it will return as null. With null in place where join condition is not satisfied. Okay. Now we will call it as a Cartesian product also, guys. Call it as a Cartesian product. Now this is of right full outer join. See, so unmatched records is coming as null. Okay, matching records and unmatched records from both the tables it will return it. Okay, but we don't have any unmatched records from left side supplier table. Okay, now next procedure. Procedure means when we need of procedure. Okay, till now we have discussed about the tables. Till now we have discussed about only tables, updating table, deleting table, and modifying all those things that we are discussing. Okay, now if one set if you are doing of multiple statements if you want to execute it, then we need to run off multiple queries, right? Normally if I want to execute of if I want to execute of one select class, one update query, one insert query, if I want to do three queries in one set, okay, then in this case we need to execute multiple times. But I want to, if you are using a procedure, we can execute of all statements in one shot. In single task, we can perform of all the task. Okay, let's see. Storage procedure is a set of SQL statements. It is a set of SQL statements to be executed to perform a specific task. Okay, in a single task, we may need to execute of multiple queries. Okay, so in a single task, we may need to execute of multiple queries. Then in that case, we can go for procedures. Okay, all SQL statements we can keep inside procedure and we can run off procedure directly. Now all statements of a stored procedure falls under one execution plan, like a single query how we are executing in the SQL. In the same way, if you are adding multiple SQL statement in the single procedure, it is like a single execution statement, execution plan. Stored procedures may act on one or more tables. We can write multiple SQL statement on multiple tables. That procedure will execute in one shot. It doesn't matter whether one table or multiple table or 10 table. Any number of tables, any number of queries can run in single shot. Okay, in single task, specific task. Stored procedures are pre-compiled and stored in the database. This will speed up the application. Normally, if you are executing of some queries, means if there is a syntax error, means normally it will throw at the time of writing. So stored procedure means already it should be compiled and already it is available in the database. So that means already the stored procedures are pre-compiled and stored in the database. Our work is only with from the Java code to execute it. So that means already it is compiled and it is ready to execute. So it will improve of that speed of the application. Instead of even it will reduce of multiple database hits to multiple database hits. Instead of executing, let's say three queries is there, normal queries. Normally, if you are from Java code, we need to write off three SQL queries to run three times. If you are writing those three statements inside the procedure, then only if you can call off procedure, all three statements will be executed. That is also one advantage with the procedures. Now procedure can accept of three type of parameters: in parameter, out parameter, in out parameter. So in parameter means we are giving some input to the procedure, like how we are passing values to query. How we are passing values to query. That is in parameter. Out parameter means the parameters that are getting from procedure, that is will call it as a output or selection thing, whatever that is there, right? That will call it as a output parameter. Okay, sometimes whatever that we are passing as input, same thing will get as output also. That will get as in out parameter. Okay, in parameter, out parameter, and in out parameter. Okay, Let's this is of some procedure. How to create procedure means these are the syntax, guys. Create or replace procedure and procedure name with all the whatever that you want to add of input parameters and output parameters. We can add it. This one. This will call it as a procedure. Add of a new one. Already it might be there. So procedure is created. Now go to instead of tables, you need to go to procedure functions, procedures. Now you can see of this one is there. It is created. Okay, it is all and compiled also. Okay. Now next, if you want to get some data, if you want to get up some output parameter also, then we can use of this statement. Replace. Now we'll keep off some one. Procedure test one is refresh it. Procedure test one. Okay, like that we can give off inout also. Okay, in this we are doing of two things at a time. We are doing updating as well as selection, both we are doing. Okay, and should be there. In this case, and also should be there. I am thinking yes, and missed. Okay, and is end. End. Now let's run it. Let's run this. Even procedure in out test one. In out test one. Even this also created. Let's refresh it. Procedure in out test one. Okay. This is what the database brief things, guys. If you want more, then maybe you can dig more on that Oracle YouTube video. Something is there. Okay. This is the basic thing that is required for our applications. Okay, if you want as a more knowledge, then you can dig on more on that. Okay, that's what for this class, guys. We need to start JDBC from tomorrow onwards. Okay, guys, please go through that, guys. So but whatever that, at least please go through creating tables, updating, inserting data and updating. So apart from procedures, rest of things is required, guys, minimum. Okay, leave it about the procedures. This part whatever, at least prepare for rest of the things, guys. Okay, that's my suggestion. Okay, yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you.